All right, welcome back to Soccer Matters as we continue on here, and it's always great to visit with our great friend in Barcelona, Spain, TV3's Jordi Sunyner joining us now. Jordi, thank you very much for coming on the program.
Thanks for having me on again, Glenn. Thank you very much.
It's always fun. All right, we're going to get right to Riqui Puig, LA Galaxy. What's the thought process in Barcelona with him moving to Major League Soccer? Is this considered a step down, a step up for him? Where do people see Riqui Puig in Barcelona going to LA Galaxy and MLS?
Okay, if you try to find the positive aspect of this trade, you can't say it can be a way for him to recover his best shape and to be the player he was always expected to be. But really, the majority of the people, of the media, fans here in Barcelona see this trade as a downgrade for Riqui Puig. Maybe in the MLS, it can be perceived as a great signing. You sign a near 23-year-old player from Barcelona, who has played for the Spanish under-21 national team. But here, Riqui Puig is seen nearly as a failure. Trading a 23-year-old player to the MLS is really being seen as a failure, and that's the way it is. You know, there's a kind of a competition here in Barcelona. You know, the great Barcelona teams have always been built thanks to great players from La Masia, from Barcelona Academy. In the Johan Cruyff era, there were Pep Guardiola, Albert Ferrer, Sergi Barjuan, then came Carlos Puyol, Gerard Piqué, Leo Messi, of course, Xavi Hernandez, Andres Iniesta. So everyone, press, fans try to discover which one of the La Masia players will be the next big prospect, the next big thing. And of course, you can't always be right. And many players that were seen as the next big thing in Barcelona have not reached the first team. Riqui Puig did, but it was another one of these kind of players, because of course he's a technically gifted player. He's a very good player with the ball on his feet. Can serve good passes. Technically perfect. He's a very dynamic midfielder. He's one that the fan likes, because when he gets the ball, something is likely to happen. But tactically, you see, he has got not many opportunities, neither with Setien, nor with Ronald Koeman, nor with Valverde before Setien, nor with Xavi Hernandez. And
so can I stop you there, Jordi? We're talking to Jordi Sunyner of TV3. So are you telling me that his struggles at Barcelona are because tactically he's not been able to carry out the plan of the coach and the manager?
That's the way it is, Glenn. That's exactly midfielder. And of course, you can't play the Barcelona way, but you can't lose balance. You have to give that balance to midfield. Riqui loses many balls. Okay, he gets the ball. He drives it. He tries to give the last pass to the striker, but in reality, he loses many balls. Defensively, he's not that strong. He doesn't help. And when 4 different coaches, even with some different approaches between them, because of course the idea of football of Ronald Koeman was not the same of Xavi Hernandez or even of Quique Setien. When 4 different coaches don't give opportunities to Riqui Puig, something happens. Maybe he needs a type of league in which defensive duties are not so mandatory. Let's say it like that. Let's put it like that, because the image of the MLS that we still got here in Barcelona or in Catalonia or in Spain is that of a league that offensively is very interesting. You have very interesting players in the MLS, for example.
Well, you know what? The data from this past weekend will back that up, because there were a boatload of goals scored in Major League Soccer this weekend, a lot of high-scoring games. We're talking to Jordi Sunyner of TV3. What about Riqui Puig as the professional? Is he as professional as he should be? The character, he's going to LA, it's glitter, it's, selfies, it's cameras, it's Los Angeles. I know you mentioned that he has a little bit of that side. Take me into that part of him as a professional.
That's a very important aspect, because it's one of the main points of discussion here in Barcelona about Riqui Puig, because here's a place in which what you do outside the football pitch has got a lot of importance, and the press follows you. Fans want to know how you behave when you're not dressed as a footballer. And Riqui Puig is like a kind of how could I say, a bling bling guy. Riqui was born in Matadepera, that is a small town 30 kilometers northwest of Barcelona. It's an affluent suburb of Barcelona. He comes from an affluent family, and he's known by everybody as a posh guy. And he likes to show off. You see his Instagram account, there are lots of pictures showing what he has got. Everyone who follows him on Instagram, everyone in Catalonia knows that, for example, he has cushions at home with their initials embroidered on these cushions, because he has shown that on Instagram. Everyone knows or has seen his swimming pool in his house in Barcelona.
But that's so anti-Barcelona. That doesn't seem to fit in with Barcelona to me. Is that part of the problem with him?
Yeah, of course. And that's one of the things that that has created problems for him, not only among the fans, the fan base, and the media, because he had, when he was 18 or 19, he had support from important sections of the media, because they were really seeing him as the next big thing. But in the dressing room of Barcelona, he became friends with Gerard Piqué, in part because Gerard Piqué comes from let's say a similar social background. But as you may know, in the Barcelona dressing room, Gerard Piqué was on one side and Lionel Messi and the others were on the other side. Lionel Messi and Gerard Piqué were best friends, and that's not like this at the moment. So Riqui in training sessions had some problems with players who were close to Lionel Messi, and depending of the tricks or the things that he was trying to do in training sessions, he got reprimanded by Lionel Messi, for example, or Luis Suarez, or other players who were friends with Messi. So he was not well perceived in the dressing room.
Can I just break in, Jordi? We're talking to Jordi Sunyner of TV3. It sounds as though, to me, maybe he was disrespecting at a young age a lot of the veterans like Messi, like Luis Suarez, as opposed to learning from them and falling in line from them.
I don't know if the word with this particular players is disrespectful, but he was, apart from that, he was disrespectful to other players. It's been known and it's been told here in Barcelona that when he was playing with the Barcelona B side in the Spanish third tier, of course, he was this small player, very quick, technically gifted, and everyone was speaking about Riqui Puig, the next big thing. So,
and I remember when you and I were talking about Riqui Puig, the next big thing.
Yeah, and that's the way it was. And because of that, Spanish third tier is a very hard division. You get players, second teams from Barcelona, Real Madrid, or Villarreal, or Betis, or Sevilla, which young players, very good technically, but not that strong physically, and other teams who field 30-year-olds, 31, 32, 33-year-old central defenders, no nonsense central defenders. You know what I mean? So he received lots of professional fouls, hard fouls, tackles. And it's been told and it's known that when Riqui Puig received a hard tackle, one of the first things he said to the opponent was, "Hey, buddy, how much are you earning here? How much do you make here?" And he was 18, 19, playing for Barcelona B, having won nothing, and was telling to a 32 or 33-year-old, "Hey, buddy, how do you make here in Alcoyano or Tarragona or whatever?" So this was leaked, And speaking of leaks, it was known last year, some months ago, that during a pep talk in the dressing room, Ronald Koeman, of course, was one of the coaches that wasn't happy with Riqui Puig, and he told him in front of all the dressing rooms, all the Barcelona players, "Hey, Riqui, I know you leak stories to the press. I know you leak something that's happening here in the dressing room to the press. You are the one who leaks stories to the press." And Ronald knew that there were important sections of the press, as I told you before, that were supportive of Riqui Puig because he had to be the next big thing. So the relationship between Riqui and the club has not always been that good. He's a good player. Of course, it seems I'm throwing vitriol to him and I'm lambasting him. I don't want to. He's a good player, and he can't be a very good player for the MLS because, as we were saying before, the defensive duties are not that important, or maybe that's
so
strong.
Jordi, let me just break in again. TV3, Jordi Sunyner. So the real question is now, how do you think he's going to adapt to MLS, and is he going to mature now at this point?
I think he can do well. Because, as I was telling you, I think LA and the MLS is an offensive-minded championship, and that can do well for him. And I think he's an intelligent guy. He shows off. He's a bling-bling guy, but I still think he can't be, and he's an intelligent guy. So I think being kicked out of Barcelona at the age of 22 will help him think about all the process, and being away from home, away from his city, away from his club in Los Angeles, on the other side of the planet. I think this can help him mature. He will have a Catalan player in Los Angeles, if I'm not wrong, which is Victor Vázquez. So yeah, everything can help in this process. And there's this as I was telling you before, here in Barcelona, there's someone who's thinking there's still a slight opportunity that Los Angeles Galaxy is for Riqui, that step backwards for doing in 1 year or 2 years, 2 steps forward for recovering Riqui Puig for European or Spanish football.
We're talking to Jordi Sunyner, TV3 in Barcelona, talking about Riqui Puig to the LA Galaxy. La Liga starts Friday, Osasuna, Sevilla. Saturday, it's Barcelona, Rayo Vallecano, Almeria, Real Madrid this weekend, and Monday, Getafe and Atletico Madrid, a couple of the big matches here. All right, 105 million euros for Rafinha, Robert Lewandowski, Andreas Christensen. How is Barcelona making this happen with all the financial problems?
They are selling assets. That's easy as that. They were in financial dire straits, and the only way of bringing new players. I understand the stance of Joan Laporta. If you want the team to recover, if you want the team to be again the great Barcelona team of yesteryear, of course you cannot operate on a shoestring budget. You have to invest, because investments will bring new players, new hopes, new expectations, and the possibility of challenging again for titles. That's the way it is. But Barcelona had no money. How do you get this money for new signings? Selling assets. They have sold parts of their media business, 25% of Barca Studios. They have sold television rights. They are going to sell another percentage of Barca Studios in the next few days for having more money in order to register players, because of course Barca has to respect the financial fair play rules in La Liga. So that's what has allowed him to sign players. But as I always have told you, one thing is signing players and the other thing is registering these players in La Liga. They have not been able. La Liga starts this weekend. They have to register these players in the next few days, and La Liga have realized that Barcelona is trying to do some financial tricks in these financial operations, and they are saying, okay, you have margin for registering some of the players you've signed, but not all of them. For example, nowadays players like Dembele or Sergi Roberto cannot be registered, and Barcelona have to work nearly against the clock in the next few days to try to register these players. They are confident they will do that. Joan Laporta, the president, is very confident all new signings are going to be registered before the beginning of La Liga. And let's hope it's like that, because there has been a climate of illusion in the last few weeks here in Barcelona with all the new signings, with the preseason games. Yesterday they won 6-0 Pumas of Mexico in the last preseason game before La Liga. So in order to keep this illusion, these expectations from the fans, they have to work against the clock, really.
Jordi Sunyner, TV3 in Barcelona. I take you into Real Madrid. Obviously, they still have the best pair up front, I think, in Benzema and Vinicius Jr. What's the outlook on them heading into this season, despite the fact that they didn't land Kylian Mbappe?
I had the opportunity to provide commentary for one of their preseason games. It was America from Mexico against Real Madrid, a 2-2 draw with, I must say, sorry for the American referee, but it was an appalling refereeing, which gave America a penalty that wasn't a penalty, clearly. But what I saw from that particular game is the same what I saw from Real Madrid in the last season. You would say for large chunks of the game, they are not, as we used to say here, they are not playing anything. But then Benzema appears or Vinicius appears. They have this power up front. They are able to create chances from a breakthrough, from an individual play from Karim Benzema, from Vinicius, a pass from Modric. They have this quality. So I think we have to expect a Real Madrid like the one we saw last year. Of course, they are candidates for all titles, La Liga and even the Champions League, because they have this capability, this creativity up front. You have always to count on Real Madrid, and even if it's not a very attractive kind of football, they are always up there. So you have to expect big results from Real Madrid. And of course, you know how Ancelotti is dealing with the team. He knows he's played at the highest level for many years. He knows how to deal with players of that caliber in the dressing room, and that's one. I think that's one of the key explanations for the success of Real Madrid last season, how Ancelotti knows how to work with his players.
Jordi, as always, thank you so much for coming on the show. Great insight here on Riqui Puig. I don't think anybody will get that type of insight around the country here in the U.S. It's a great insight into him. Thank you, as always, for coming on the program.
Well, he shows everything on Instagram, so maybe only watching his Instagram anyone can realize. But anyway, thank you very much again for your words, Glenn. Always a pleasure.
Just like you, Jordi, on Instagram too. Follow Jordi Sunyner. He's the best. TV3 in Barcelona. Jordi, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Glenn. See you soon. Bye-bye.
All right. That